The way you speak, the better you learn. Assalamu alaikum. I am Adnan Gul.
Communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. I am Musalman and we are going to discuss about important factors. Could you know what are these? So first of all, we are going to be discuss and elaborate, and we are going to be discussing too much topics. An important one of them that is communication. So Mr. Adnan, please let me share about your vision and your some of your definitions. What does mean by the communication? Let's start now.
Communication. Communication is the act or process of your idea, thoughts, feeling to express on other body.
Well, the nice one. Communication is a two-way process. The one is should be considered on the sender or the receiver. As Mr. Dan told us about that, communication is the bridge between the communication, a confusion, and clarity. We can share our views or the exchange of information,
Feeling.
but our feeling, our emotions as well.
Yes.
Now we are going to about the sum of the C's. It means there's our communication, some of the qualities, some of the figure out, some of the highlight qualities, which it should be started from this alphabet of C. So for that, what we call
Seven
seven
C's.
C's of communication. So the first C's that Mr. Adnan is going to be discussed about with us, especially what are the first one C's?
Correctness.
Well done.
Your message should be correct while in conversation, like grammarly,
Well,
spelling,
well,
and punctuation.
punctuation. These
Yes.
are the three things that we are the lack of while we are conversation or message. As for example, now we are going to be about the visual communication, but it's also a form of the non-verbal communication. So for example, if you want to write anything in the verbal or non-verbal, our message should be correctness. It means that your message should be free from the grammarly mistake, am I
Yes.
right? Another one is the spelling mistake, especially, or the last one that is punctuation. Punctuation means that we have to use about the comma, exclamation, or the inverted comma. It tells us about the situation, what's going on. So
Yes.
for that we have to use these three things. Next one, Mister.
Clarity.
The nice one.
Your message should be clear in conversations. When, for example, yesterday, it's my personal example. Yesterday,
yes, yeah,
I
well,
asked from an old person,
Yes.
I say, "Where are you go, Baba?"
Okay.
He say, reply me, response me,
Yes.
Beta, where are you going? That's the
Okay.
mistake. To
Yes.
clear your message.
Message. Remember, this is a kind of, as I told you, in the correctness that your message should be grammar free. So this means
Grammar.
don't grammar mistake. So
Yes.
this means your message or your information and the way of your knowledge that you are going to be shared with friends. So it should be clear and from any angle, rather from the grammarly, spelling mistake, or punctuation. These are all some of the major factors that we are using while our conversation. The another one.
Another one is conciseness.
Well then.
Concise mean wordless. What you want, your message should be in least possible word.
Definitely. It means that your message should be small and concise. It means you have to use the least word. It means, for example, if someone happening and we are using a lot of the some of the we can say ये हो गया वो हो गया हो गया. It means that we बढ़ा चढ़ा कर बयान करते हैं. So it means we have to use the little words but which gives a complete meaning. So for that our message should be small or complete. Is one of the video that I have shared on my this playlist available, and inshallah I'll share the link as well. That is about the kiss rule. As you know,
Yes, kiss
it
rule.
means that keep
Keep
it short
short.
and simple. In
Simple.
every moment while as your conversation, your message should be the verbally or non-verbally, or you in your say your story to the friends or the other friends. It should be you have to take care of which one rules. Kiss rule.
Yes, yes.
It means our message should be conciseness. Yes.
One of the benefits of conciseness is it helps save your time and cost.
Definitely. So how it save our time or cost?
When we conversation conversation with
Yes,
other,
yes,
not like essay.
yes.
Keeps like
Short
sir say kiss rule, keep short
and simple.
and
It
simple.
means your message should be brief. Okay,
Yes.
not don't go to be describe and elaborate about your factor. Okay, it's mean for example, if someone asks about what does mean by the computer. Okay, as for example, computer. So you can say you are going to be talk about the importance of computer, but the question was about what define computer, so it's mean you have to give the answer according to the question, so it
Words.
saves
Yes.
our time
And
or
cause.
janasib as well, we
Yes.
call cost as well.
Yes.
Okay, another is that I'm going to discuss about, that is completeness. Completeness mean that your message, you're clear, your message should be complete. It's mean for example that Mr. Nan has given the example about the yesterday incident, that he was asking about the question from the old person
Your
about,
person.
oh, where are you go, so
Go.
it's mean in the person reply and respond to them that better, that you have to use where are you going. It's another thing, it's mean that you have to take care of the rules and regulation of the grammar of the language. Another one, as for example, the sum of the if you are going to be about the linguistic side, so if we use the sum of the classes or phrases, if we use the some phrases which is which we are not giving the complete meaning, and if we use while our conversation, so definitely our receiver will not understand very clearly what the Salman is saying to you. As for example, now we are going to be discussed and we are not clearly or correctly, so they were getting,
No.
definitely they will not be getting,
Yes.
because of that we are not to communicate with each other. It means that we have to, our conversation should be
Complete.
clear and complete, full of any angle. It means
Yes.
your idea should be expand and should be your should be occupy on your while conversation.
Yes.
The another C is I'm going to discuss about, that is
Courtesy.
courtesy. So courtesies mean that you have to use your the polite words while you are sending your message towards whom, receiver,
Receiver.
is right. As for example, we are sender and
Yes.
now you are receiver.
Receiver.
It means that we are going to share your message towards you, so what kind of words that we have to use?
Courtesy.
Polite
And
and behaviorful, and
yes, sir.
is mean that we have to use the respectable words.
Yes.
Why we are using these respectable words while our conversation?
We use for some respect to the give some respect to the audience and
Definitely.
receiver.
Yes.
And other the next one more definition of the courtesy is use friendly and helpful words.
Definitely. It means that, for example, if you use the polite words, if you want to give the some of the respectable words, remember this thing, communication that we are doing while our languages. So remember the alfaz, जिसको हम अल्फाज कहते हैं, it's a very good thing. It has the two angles. For example, if we use the right words, good word, so we can make place from another body heart. We can make place. It means we can also our shares, our views, and we can our dedication, our love and affection to impress another body. It's
Yes.
mean that we have to impress another body. But for example, if we are not using, for example, if you are not using the right word or the good word, if you are using the informal way, is right.
Yes.
For example, if you can say the informal word, so what are they saying? For the first, they will be taking and they will be thinking about this, they have not any ethics or any manner.
Yes.
So for that we have to use the courtesy. And before the wind of the session, I'm going to share you the one of the example that is mostly which time that we are going to be use the courtesy while our conversation. As for example, as I'm being a student, as being, and hopefully that you are should be student, that for example, if you want to give the, if you want to write some of the application or the letter to the VC, to the principal for the some
Regular.
of the getting thing, yeah, to arrange the party, or to arrange the trip. So for that we are using too much very respectable words. As for example, hope you are feeling well, and
Yes.
sir, you are very
I shall be
lucky.
very
I should be
thankful.
ready. So it means that we have to use the right word to impress another body. And the one of the important quotation that I used to tell to the student that the first impression is our last impression. So
Yes.
definitely our communication should be the verbally or non-verbally, should be from clear from all queries, rather clarity, rather correctness, rather completeness, rather courtesy, and the rather
Concise.
another C's, conciseness. Our message should be, if you are taking care of these C's, so definitely our communication should be optimum and it makes way to the other
If you
her.
want to impress somebody, watch our video Personality Development.
Definitely that we have discussed and we have yesterday that we have recorded, and inshallah I'll share, I will also share the link of the in description box, so you have to must watch it. Now we are going to be discuss about some of the FAQs, which is the frequently asked question about the personality
Yes.
development and how our communication can impact our
Our
personality
personality.
development. So the first question that I'm going to be asked question from your audience, this did you know about the personality development? If you know, so you have to leave your comment section your message for better encouragement. So why Adnan, why Mr. Adnan, that personality development, as you know, it's a very vital role in our life.
Yes.
Okay, but while if our communication is better or not better, so can it impact our life or personality?
Yes, because one of the important fact of personality is be a good listener.
Yes, definitely. And if he used the big a good listener, so listener become good speaker. This is the one of the quotation that I heard from somebody about. For example, if you want to become a public speaker, and might be you are also want to become a good speaker or
Yes.
public speaker. So before that you have to listen carefully. Then you can become good speaker.
Question is right here.
Well,
How we can improve our communication?
remember, communication skill. The first is a kind of, if we are taking care and the under the on the point of the Islamic view that बातचीत करने का तरीका.
Yes.
Remember, our communication should be can be learned from the is totally depend our parenting.
Yes.
Remember, if our parenting should be very widely, if someone gives the teaching about that better and son that how you can communicate with each other, what
Yes.
are the words that you have to use. Or remember that the question that you have arise here now, improve our communication, we have to use the formal words. Don't try to use the informal. The mostly, if you use the formal or informal, if you are not, so I'm give the example, the formal that we are using the good words, informal that we are using the slang words, which mean we are using towards the friendlies, right? As for example, in पुश्तो हम कहते हैं त और तास, उर्दू में हम कहते हैं तुम और आप. Or and now we are going to discuss in English. English has the one of the factor, it has not too much any respectable word.
Yes.
So for instance that we are using sir, ma'am while asking question from somebody. So it's improved communication should be that we have to use the first, improve our listening ability.
Yes.
You have to listen too much and you have to convey your message should be clear and take care of your seeds of communication. Another one that you have to use the formal language. Don't use the informal language.
Informal.
The formal language, if you use, so it represents your background. For example, if you use the informal, it doesn't impact your personality, but it will realize when you will become teacher, or rather if you reach any elder destination.
So what will happen when we use informal?
Language.
Yes.
So definitely if you use the informal language, it's mean, for example, if something happen, if we use the informal language, the first is highlights our background. As for example, as we are being a teacher, if I'm a student, I say beta aap kya kar rahe hain. So for example, if I'm shoes, आप क्या तसके, ठीक है. As for example, we
Yes.
are using तसके, तासुसके, because I'm using in both language. It's a very minor topic that we have to understand very clearly. So it's impact our personality. If we use the informal language, nothing happened, but it shows our background from where we got parenting. So for
Yes.
that, if we have to highlight and we have to hidden the respect and background of our family. So for that we have to use Which one language? Formal, informal?
Formal.
Formal language.
Yes.
Yes. Another question.
Another question we discussed among seven quality of communications.
Yes.
The one of them maybe is important and not maybe related or not confidence.
Is it related?
Yes.
Is it too much related? Well, remember, I know I'm going to before the response this question, I'm categorize the series of communication. Remember the clarity, completeness, or another one is conciseness. Is associated too much while verbal language. Is that actually the correctness or clarity or completeness? These are the verbal language associated. Another one that is confidence and conciseness. Okay, it's me there's two roles, both roles, verbal and non-verbal. Confidence, it's our first impression. As for example, you have a lot of knowledge, but you are not to convey your message properly according the rules of the seven C's. So definitely the people will be considered that you have a very confident person. But if you have a lot of knowledge, but if you don't want to express yourself in front of the audience, in front of the visual camera, and the visual presentation,
Lion.
so
Yes.
life, so what will happen is mean that confidence is a main factor, its impact our personality. So for that we have also, before the proceed the seven C's of communication, and before the proceed on the seven key C's of communication, we have to use and we have to know about the confidence building. Inshallah, we will also discuss about the confidence building. Is a very major factor. It will impact or impress another body. So we have to know about the confidence, how we can get confidence, and how we can overcome our shyness while presentation anything. So inshallah, these are the major topics we were going to discuss, inshallah. Yes, another question. Okay, the confidence. Another one is that he does not ask question from me, but I'm asking question about you. That is the sum of the common sense is also one of the major factor
Yes.
while our conversation. As for example, sometimes we are लकीर के फकीर बन जाते हैं. It's mean that, for example, if something happen, and if, for example, if I'm, as for example, I want to give a gossiping with you, and I say to you that, Mr. Dan, you can go and you have to write something about me. And
Yes.
for example, and if you write something about me and you are not using, and you can express my flaws according to my qualities. Okay, so for that what will happen is mean you have to use, I was just kidding with you that you have to go there and you have to store something and you did like that. So it's mean you we have also used the common sense. Which time is better for communication? Why we are using these words, and which time is better, and how we can communicate with the other friends. Okay, yes.
Yes.
So
One.
what are the suggestions that you are going to, and what are your that views, and what are your perceptions about how we can improve our conversation while if you are communicating while we are using with the friends or teacher or other senior?
Communication is important your life everywhere, in markets, homes, how to talk with old and officers, teachers. It's
Definitely.
available,
At every
important.
mostly that we are using is a kind,
Yes.
for example, that Allah has given us tongue like it. Okay, so for that we have to use our communication, that जुबान भी जिसे हम बातें भी करते हैं, लेकिन बात का तरीका हमें आते हैं, बात का सलीका हमें आते हैं. So for that we have to know how we can communicate
if
our other.
you if you want to a good conservator
Yes,
to
sir.
follow this rule and make
Make yourself better, and it's make way another important. Inshallah, we will back with useful topic. With you have to share your feedback with the right words and taking care of your C's of communication.
communications.
Best of luck.